Hey guys, it's your girl Aisha, aka Geek XX Chic, and we are back with another reaction to Sword of the Demon Hunter. We're now on to episode 10. So in the last episode, we kind of wrapped up the whole story of the, I guess you could call it possessed combs, the possessed hair comb that was in, what's her name? Not Ofu, the other girl. Her name just slipped out of my head. But yes, she had this pin in her hair, and Jinya got to the source of it all. He found out a little bit about this different type of sorcery that happens where you can infuse emotions into certain objects that can become alive and even develop souls of their own if you're powerful enough. So that was in some interesting lore for us. But anyways, it turns out that the comb was just looking for its mate, and that mate was actually a sword tool that Jinya owned, and that's why she was suddenly acting like Jinya was her brother and she was so attached to him. So anyways, that was all taken care of, and when that was all said and done, we see that that poor girl was feeling very embarrassed because Natsu, that was her name, Natsu remembered everything despite everything that was going on. So anyway, from that point, it looks like Jinya stopped going to that noodle shop because we heard them say he kind of stopped coming after that happened, and we got a flash forward, it looks like quite a bit, and it looks like Jinya has gone to a high school with another girl there who he met at a temple that was named after him from, you know, well before. So that's kind of where we ended things. I'm not exactly sure why we're in the future or what's going on, or if we're in the future. I'm assuming we are though, because the clothing, everything looks more modern. So yeah, the ending kind of left me with questions. So I'm ready to jump into this episode and find out what's going on. So let's do that. Just before I do though, if you'd like to know when I drop episodes, please hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. All right, they're out of the way. Let's get into the episode right now.
ちょっと寝不足なだけ。あ、そう。
Uh-huh.
反撃どんなだっけ。雨よたか。恋の物語だって。
Oh my gosh. Is this about Jinya?
のことらしいよ。
Did Jinya and that prostitute?
欲しいね、カオルちゃん。さっき教え
I
ても
wonder
ら
if
った。
Jinya's gonna recognize himself in this story.
雨よたかを上演いたします。
I can't believe they have high schoolers and just tossing around the term harlot.
した家は滅びた。
Oh,
嘆きのうちに死んだ父。恨み事を来るばかりの母。
damn.
もとより情もわかねば絆とてない間柄。
Okay.
そうして女の名を呼ぶ者はなくなった。
Damn.
まったく運がない。
Is it? I love rain.
濡れちまったよ。
Excuse you? Let's see your face. It looks like her. I feel about 100% sure that that is in fact the girl who said, just call me harlot. Not you getting hot and bothered over some hair, sir. Clavicle! No wonder they call you a hussy.
気に障ったなら謝ります。
Thank you for having a little respect.
真面目で硬いのは変だと思うね。
Really?
そういうものですか。
Maybe he's just a person who respects people.
いけません。濡れてしまいます。
今更だよ。
I was about to say, I think she's fine.
お武家様。
Clothes will dry.
私はヨタカのヨタカ。
It is her. Okay.
ほんのわずかばかり目をそらし。だから気づいた。
Uh-ohs. That's the devil. Run away. Isn't that... Exactly.
安政2年。花盛りの浅草を。
But yeah, that's the shopkeeper's bro, no?
いらっしゃいませ、三浦様。
I was right. Okay.
掛一丁。昨夜もご一緒でしたの？
私と神殿と
Out of my business, ma'am.
浅草の荷売り酒屋で一個。
あら、いいですね。
Hmm.
まるで底なしで、つられて私も飲みすぎてしまいました。
Jin's like, I got an unnatural advantage. Just really not fair.
無理に進めたつもりはない。
Exactly. I'm like, supposed to babysit
楽し
you?
い席でした。
He's grown.
ゆるりと日は落ち。
I was calling Asakusa.
直次はまた一
Wrong all the time.
浅草へと参ります。
Asakusa.
昨夜と同じ軒先に直次は一体何を
Why is Jinya watching his own story unfold? This is interesting.
傘を持って雨宿りかい？
ヨタカ殿。
ヨタカ殿？
I'm sorry, I
No, no,
can't.
no, no, no.
Stop calling her that. Can we just give her a name? Just call her Jane. Jeez.
昨日の人影。
言っただろ。昔の男だよ。
Well, yeah, but that doesn't answer his question.
なんだい。買ってくれるのなら初めか
そうで
ら。
はありません。
Right? Calm down.
悪かったよ。おふざけが過ぎ
You
た。
weren't, though.
ほんと変なお人だよ。
Why? Because he's not a complete jerk? Although I got to admit, I know that in that line of work, even today, those women get disrespected heavily.
なんで今更来るんだろうね。
Hmm.
昔の
She's coming back to watch that shadow too.
ジンヤ君、どうかされました？
Stay out of my business.
雨の夜にしか出ぬ鬼らしいから、天気次第だな。
Bro, are we like homies now every day?
お風さんにも聞いていただきたい。
Okay.
ですかい？
Right? He's like, we're gonna eavesdrop anyway. Come on.
なんですこれ？
Because we were talking about something private. Leave.
ヨタカのヨタカね。
出したっていう誰かとは大違いね。
お嬢さん、今は直次の話で。つ
My
まり
mind likes some perverted stuff.
気になっているのは事実です。言うじゃないか。
Okay, calm down.
本気です。私は
Really?
あの人のことをもっと知りたい
I'm
ん
like, you
で
just
す。
saw what she looked like. That's it.
知ってどうするのです？
Yeah, your family will never allow it.
なるほどね。よし、ここは俺が妙案を授けてやろ
Ingenious how?
う。惚れさせんのさ。
どういうことです？
Right? Please explain.
あかんが襲いかかる。あ
No, no. You see, look at the girls' faces.
凡庸、月並み、陳腐。
All those things, but
そう都合よ
also
くあかんは出んだろう。
exactly.
無理ですね。このお二人では特に。
Yeah, it's a no.
いいと思ったんだ
It,
が
it wasn't, Senji.
ねえ、おやつさんもなん
Need
と
to
か言
put
って
down
く
them
ださいよ。
sultry magazines you be reading.
それに見合うだけの時間をかけて相手を知ること
Thank
です。
you. Some sound advice, finally.
自分のことをよ
And make sure
く
she
知ってもらうこと
even wants to get to know you.
人の心にたどり着くのに近道なんてないん
Okay,
です
thank you for coming with the sense.
最高の女を口説き落としましたからね。
Okay, you made that sound really creepy.
納得しちゃった。
Hmm.
ちょっと見直したな、親父さん。亀の甲よりなんとやらってね。
Older, bro. You're literally like 2 minutes older than your brother.
三浦様が豊さんと出会ったのは一昨日の夜、雨宿りを軒先で
Mm-hmm.
雨の夜にだけ現れる鬼に逃げられたって。
Yes.
人の知ることのできる範囲には限りがございます。
Oh, so they're the only ones seeing it.
確かにあるもののことを夢忘れてはなりません。
Mm.
我知らずこぼれた言葉にこそ誠があったか。
I gotta say, this play is very lifelike.
ただ一つあるとすれば、家族として妹としてきちんと扱ってく
And who
れ
is
た
that?
兄くらいのもの。葉
Mm.
月からやりくりをして買ってくれたホトトギスのかんざしは
The cuckoo.
ってしまったのやら。
Got it. That's what the connection with the bird and her was last episode. Her brother said, I did not get you that cuckoo bird to be out here selling. But he disappears every time a guy shows up. Interesting.
話して遅れでないか。
Who?
あの人が呼んでるんだ。
Who is?
何を言ってるんですか？
No one's there, man.
それくらい私にだってわかる。
Hmm.
あれは違う。この世には人ならぬ者がいる。
Let her know. He's now a demon expert because he's got a friend who told him about demons twice.
あれはあなたの大切な人ではない。どうか信じてください。
Look at that. He got to do the whole heroic save and he didn't even have to stage it this time. Whoever's working spotlights is killing it. Yo, this would be your cue to maybe leave. When the ghost is kicking your ass with swords, it's time to go. And he's dual wielding. Come on. I saw a face. It did not look like that. Y'all mean. Thank God, Virginia.
シンドの
Where'd the girl go?
お武家様、無事かい？
Just a little winded. I'm fine. I don't actually know how to swing a sword. I pretended.
お武家様が案外強くて驚いたよ。
Mm.
あれに切りかかる気概を見せるとはな。お二人はお知り合いなの
Exactly. He's like, do I need to worry about this?
それはやはりそのお客
Is that any of your business?
あれは鬼になりきれなかった未練だ。
Yes, sis. Yours.
だがその形は定まらず、目にしたものの未練を呼び起こして映し出す。
Exactly. You in specifically.
兄貞長に見えていました。
全部捨ててきたつもりだったけどね。
Impossible.
じゃあ、みやかちゃん。
Miyaka said, I don't care. This is boring.
やっちゃっ
Better hope there isn't an exam.
た。にしても劇が終わってから起こすことなくない？
You clearly weren't going to stay awake
私が
anyway.
途中何回起こそうと頑張っ
Exactly.
感想のレポートなら私が手伝って
I
あげ
knew
る
it.
から
I knew there'd be an assignment.
どういたしまして。でももったいなかったね。劇結構面白かったのに。
Clearly not for her.
あずさや。
そろそろちゃんと名前覚えてよ。
I mean, he's like,
すまん。
these names kind
覚
of
えて
go
いない
away
わけではないんだ。
after years and years and years and years of people.
そういうこと言う。
ね、そんなに良かったの劇。
それなりに。
He's like, yeah, I looks pretty damn good.
あ、無能に描かれている点は下世話だ。
Exactly. How dare? How dare they?
ヨタカの式には悪意を感じる。
Yeah, rude.
ヨタカは直次のことが好きなんだから。
Exactly. In her mind, he was the hero. She already knew that you could have handled the demon. The fact that he did it when he could have died is what was heroic.
知らないふりするじゃない？あれがいいのよね。
Is it?
たく、ヨタカにはやられたよ。
ねえ。なんかすごい気になってきちゃった。
Why?
短編集があるって。
Really?
なら私も探してみるか。
Indeed, he's like, I need to know what she wrote about me.
あ、興味あるの？
He is
特に浪
indeed.
人の扱いに関しては。
He's like, I need to know what people thought about me. What did she think? I don't know if I'd call it a grudge. I think it's more of a don't you be disrespecting me like that, ma'am. Thank you very much. Very interesting. Okay, so I like the way they played that, where it's actually obviously Jinya's history, but the fact that it's being said or told through, I mean, it looks like the harlot whose name was Harlot. Hate that term. But anyways, I guess she ended up marrying Nagetsu from the sounds of things. I mean, I was saying, you know, typically that kind of stuff does not happen because, you know, he's of a noble family and she had fallen from grace, but considering she actually is of noble blood and this was just all kind of a situation that happened. I mean, in the end though, I mean, it's, we got to say in that family between Notsugu, I should say, Notsugu's brother who chose to have his whole family forget that he existed so he could raise a demon child. That line is still weird for me from the episode, but anyways, clearly that these boys do what they want is the point. So I think he probably just told his family like, this is who I want to marry, deal with it. I'm going to marry her regardless. So interesting. It looks like that's who we ended up marrying, and she ended up writing memoirs about her life, and I guess that got passed on to her kids as well, and they just kept the story going. But very funny that Jinya's watching this play and seeing himself and being like, wait a minute. I don't know. I'm feeling like this story was embellished the wrong way, but as I just said, exactly. If Nasugu was her husband, of course she's going to see him as the hero. Not only just because, as I mentioned, Nasugu is a plain Jane human, right? Going up against potentially a demon. He probably would have died if it had actually been a fully formed demon. And the fact that he did that for a girl he'd only met twice, you know, of course that's more heroic in my opinion. Jinya's a demon. Jinya wasn't going to get hurt, not permanently by this thing. So a little bit more heroism there in Nasugu's in what Nasugu did, but also, and I think this is the other important part, is that he chose to love her despite her reputation, right? Like they didn't go into it too much, but in almost every society out there, ladies of the night, people who work in sex work are often looked down upon. They're considered to be second-class citizens. They often are not respected in any way, shape, or form. And that's what we heard her say to Nasugu, like, why are you using formalities with me? Why are you being nice? Like, that's not what typically people do to people like me. And, you know, as I said, thankfully, he is genuinely just a nice guy. Like, he genuinely is somebody who did not think she was any less because of what she did for work. And he didn't judge her. He just was like, I want to get to know you. I don't care about your past. I don't care about, you know, this. I want to get to know you. And clearly, you know, that led to more. So yeah, you know, that took a lot of bravery on his side as well. Because he, being in the position he was, I'm sure he had many options for girls of his rank, or at least slightly, you know, maybe a little bit less than his rank that he could have married. But yeah, he decided to get to know her for who she was. So yeah, I completely understand why she would have embellished her stories to turn him into the hero, maybe necessarily. But again, we'd love to see, like he said, that's why I think Jinya's like, let me see the original manuscript, because I don't think she disrespected me that bad. But we'll have to see. But yeah, I kind of like the way they did that. We're still in the present, it looks like, or in the whatever this year is, but we're doing some more things around Jinya's past just through a different lens. That's a very interesting choice in switching up the storytelling. But I'm very much more interested in what's going on with the present. Why is Jinya in high school? Is it because, my guess is that he's there because he doesn't age, right? Because of the demon situation, he still looks like a teenager, right? That's why Natsu thought he was her age or close close to her age and was shocked when she found out he was almost 30 at that point. Because I think Jinya, we don't know the exact age he was when he was turned, but my guess is around 17, 18 years old. And his face doesn't change, right? He looks exactly the same age. So if he's now in modern day or close to modern day, he'd have a hard time explaining why he doesn't go to school when he looks like a school age guy. It's probably hard for him. It's not like back in the day when, you know, you could find work at pretty much any age as long as you could do it. Modern day society, most countries, you need to be in school if you're underage. And if you want to get a job, you need to, you know, be of age or prove that you're of age. So that's my guess, is that Jinya is in school right now to cover, you know, the fact that he's, I don't know, at this point, I don't even know how old he's supposed to be, at least over 100 years old, I'm thinking at this point. So anyway, I'm interested in finding out what's happening in the present and why he looked out for his temple and everything else. We still didn't get that answer this episode, but that's okay. I'm sure it's coming. I enjoyed this all the same. So that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching along with me. If you did, please show some love, and I'll see you in the next one.